guys, how are you? So this video is for lesson 32, your grammar lesson for today. And this lesson is pronouns in pairs. It's on page 87 of your grammar workbook. So I'll give you a second to go ahead and get to page 87 so we can talk through lesson 32. So up at the top, we're going to look at those two sentences, A and B. A says, Tyron and me went to the drag races last weekend. B says, my cousin Phil introduced Tyron and me to his racing partner, Betty. If you remove Tyron and from each sentence, which one sounds correct? So let's go back up and do that and remove Tyron and see which one sounds correct. So A would read, me went to the drag races last weekend. B would read, my cousin Phil introduced me to his racing partner, Betty. Which one of those sounds correct? If you said B, you are right. If you removed Tyron and from sentence B, it would still make sense. So let's look down at the gray box together. It says use the pronouns I, we, he, she, and they as subjects in the sentence. Use the pronouns me, us, him, her, and them as objects in the sentence. So one of the things that you need to remember as objects, remember that they follow the action verb or a preposition. And one of the great tricks that you can do is if you remove the named person and the conjunction, and then read the sentence by itself with just the pronoun, you can get a good sense for, are you using I or me correctly or any of the other pronouns correctly, or should you use a different one? So let's look down at part one together. Part one, you need to circle the correct pronoun in each pair. You need to write S if you chose a subject pronoun and O if you chose an object pronoun. So let's do number one together. Betty and blank take turns driving their dragster. So we are looking for a pronoun that is in the subject because Betty, whichever pronoun that we select, are the ones that are taking turns. So should we use he or him? If you said he, you are correct. Because we're talking about our subject, we need to use he. Betty and he take turns driving their dragster. Now, if we wanted to check it to make sure that it made sense, we would remove Betty and. So then it would read, he takes turns driving their dragster. So that one makes sense. So he is correct. And is it a subject pronoun or an object pronoun? If you said subject pronoun, you are correct. So you're going to put an S in the blank. At home today, you guys are going to finish all of part one. Remember to circle the pronoun in the pair and then write S if it's a subject pronoun or write O if it's an object pronoun. Now, let's look at page 88. Part two, rewrite the sentences. Substitute a pronoun for each bold-faced noun. So you might have to look back in your gray box up here to remind yourself of the pronouns that we use when we're looking for a pronoun to use in the subject, and then the pronouns that you use when it is an object. So you are also going to complete all of part two. You do need to rewrite the entire sentence. I want you to do this because as you are rewriting it, I want you to read the whole sentence as you rewrite it to see if it makes sense. If you guys have any questions while you are working at home, please let me know. We will check both of these parts tomorrow in class, and you will receive a daily grade for having these completed. Hope you guys have had a great weekend. Go Georgia Bulldogs, and I'll see you guys in class on Tuesday. Bye.